Hey Phil, I mostly, actually, entirely agree with you. As far as being reasonable, I think I've met not a single reasonable Muslim YouTuber on here. Some are worse than others, but not a single one. The the difference is largely cultural, I think. They need to go through a period of the Renaissance, I think, in order to catch up. It's too bad, too. The Muslim world used to be the leader in science and technology until the revival of Islam, as it were, several centuries ago. Quite disappointing. At any rate, there's one point in particular that you missed, in that though terrorists can never win against a larger military force, they can aid in a democratic government's destruction, which has been repeated throughout history. Democracies can turn into dictatorships, which is why I think a lot of people in the U.S. right now are quite appalled at the current government, Bush in particular. But I don't know, he seems like a patsy to me. The whole executive branch of the government in the U.S. has garnered more power in the past 7 years than I think ever in 200 plus of the U.S.'s history. And this is a theme that has repeated itself, most notably the seizing of power by Julius Caesar in response to outside military threats, always granting the leader emergency dictatorship powers, and of course those dictatorship powers never get returned. This is also one of the main points of the last 3 Star Wars films by George Lucas. I'm not sure if his commentary was specifically about the current U.S. government, or if he's thinking broader than that, because clearly the U.S. isn't the first democracy to face such a threat. Rome turned into a dictatorship, first. We seem to be mirroring them. Hopefully we'll, with the term limits on presidents, we'll get back in the swing of things, start heading more towards democracy and less towards fascism in the next election. But my point is that terrorists can induce fear in a population, and that fear in a population can self-destruct a democracy and turn it into a dictatorship. Willingly, seemingly willingly, but it's an emotional reaction. So that's a key point I think you missed, and it's something we've got to be worried about. Though I'm not, worried about being defeated militarily. Fear is a more powerful weapon than a gun, I think.